Today we take a look back at one of the themes for 2021, and one of those themes, unfortunately, was the surge in crime. Reporter Sonia Goins picks up that story.
In 2021, the criminals were bold, firing guns in broad daylight and in heavily populated areas in Brooklyn Park. The city saw a record number of shot fires call for the year.
We've never seen the amount of lawlessness that we're seeing.
Random crime spilled into all suburbs. Youth baseball coach Jay Boughton was fatally shot July 6th on Highway 169 as he and his son drove home from a baseball game. It took investigators months to make an arrest.
This was truly a needle in a haystack that our detectives, the public, primarily our detectives, they never stopped digging and working and knocking on doors and reviewing video after video after video.
Violent crimes have remained relatively low in Maple Grove, but the city did experience some unusual incidents. There was a shooting at a gas station, a carjacking incident, and a shooting at a hotel. Police say they've seen an uptick in weapons-related crimes.
We've seen an increase in our weapons carrying complaints throughout the city. We've had 43 so far this year, where we only saw 29 in 2020.
This amount of violent crime, what happened and the nature of it, was troubling to police chiefs. We sat down with 3 leaders from Crystal, New Hope, and Robbinsdale to talk about the disturbing trend.
I have never seen the amount of violent crime we've seen in the last 2 years.
Chief Stephanie Reverend, who is also head of the Hennepin County Police Chiefs Association, says since 2019, violent crime has gone up almost 30% in her city.
We're not Minneapolis, St. Paul, and that the suburban Hennepin County agencies are seeing that increase as well.
New Hope Police Chief Tim Hoyt says violent crime has gone up significantly towards the end of the year.
We had a carjacking within our city on our south side, a residential area, and over the last couple of months we've had 2 shootings where a multitude of shots came out, like 30 plus shots at each shooting.
One of those shootings happened October 12th at the Holiday gas station off Bass Lake Road and Nevada Avenue at around 2 in the afternoon. Meanwhile, across the border in Robbinsdale.
So our violence has increased. From 2020, we had 0 homicides, and in 2021, we've had 2 homicides.
This security video from last February shows a shooting in the 3700 block of Quail Avenue North. The person in the white sedan shoots the driver in the black SUV. The gunman quickly leaves the scene, and the victim was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
I think COVID has been part of it, and I think some of our issues with the Minneapolis and the lack of officers available to respond to calls in Minneapolis is kind of spilled over into our city.
Law enforcement agencies increased patrols and pleaded with the public to report anything suspicious, and peacekeepers were brought in to calm the violent chaos. The groups 21 Days of Peace and Minnesota Acts Now patrolled hotspots in Brooklyn Park, including Huntington Place Apartments and 63rd and Zane. Organizers say the key to prevention is to engage with young people.
We're trying to transform the lives of our young people. We want to give them a different alternative from what they have now.
Both police and civilian groups say it's going to take a joint effort to not repeat the violence in 2022. Sonia Goins, CCX News.
Brooklyn Center police say they've had 5 homicides, including the fatal shooting of Dante Wright at the hands of former Brooklyn Center police officer Kim Potter. There were no homicides the previous year.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.